everyone. My name is Crystal Moore, and I am here to speak about what God did for me and my family so far at the Flourish Conference. God shocked me in more ways than one, and I'm still taking it in. Before the Flourish Conference, Apostle released a message about preparing your heart to receive. So after this message, I really sat with God and I asked Him to reveal to me what was in my heart that I needed to remove. And He revealed to me that it was still some hurt in my heart from past leadership that was making me not fully see Him and my spiritual mother correctly, And I saw this because the enemy would sometimes attack in this way. He would say, God is mad at you because of XYZ, or the same thing with my spiritual mother. And of course, I reject these lies, but it was something in me, some old wineskin in me that I needed to release. And God opened my eyes to this after this message. So I released this to God because I wanted to go empty and just prepared to receive everything that God had in store for me. So at the Flourish Conference, I'm gonna have to break this up. This is just gonna be part one of the video because it's just so much took place. But during the impartation session, I felt God. It was as if He was hugging my heart and telling me how much He loved me and how proud of me He was. And He was just wiping away all of that condemnation, all of that past hurt, all of that shame that came with that past hurt, and filling my heart with true revelation of Him. And through this, and it's just like in this moment, I begin to see Him correctly. And also during this moment, it was as if it was as if water was filling me. That's the only way I can explain it. It was as if water was filling my body and I was being filled. And as Apostle Catherine Crick was praying during the impartation session, she declared for the spirit of lack to leave. And when she did, it was like something was pulled out of me and I fell to my knees and began to weep. I used to be a crier. I used to cry about everything, but God really refined me of that, and He really made me strong in His revival army. There's nothing wrong with crying, but I used to cry about everything. So during this impartation session, I really didn't know what to expect, but I was surrendered to it all. I wanted God to really have His way. And during this session, it just I felt so vulnerable. And I felt God just hugging me and just telling me that everything will be okay and that I didn't have to fear Him dropping me or fear Him turning away from me or fear Him in any kind of way. And because of this, I just began to weep. I began to weep and weep and weep. And it was a level of comfort that I've never experienced. And my eyes, they opened in a whole new way to the love of God. They opened in a way that I can't even explain until even now I'm home and I just feel so filled with His love that it's just overflowing. It's overflowing. And even during the impartation session, I heard Him tell me that He was bringing unity to my marriage in a way that I've never experienced. And when I got home, it was so much. It was already a level of peace in my house, but it was still some friction, But when I got home with so much peace, my husband had cleaned the whole house. Our yard man came and did the yard. The yard looked better than it's ever looked ever. And it's like God was just preparing this place for me to come to a clean home, to a clean yard. He just like decluttered everything. And my home and stuff is always clean, but it was just different. And even when I got home, purpose, God has delivered my purpose so much. He's delivered her so much. He's delivered her from the spirit of autism and spirit of mute, and she wasn't eating, I'm just remembering how I used to cry to God. I used to cry to God, wanting her to speak, wanting her to even know her name, She didn't know her name. She would answer to her name, but I would say, Purpose, what is your name? And she wouldn't be able to tell me, And now she says, I'm Purpose. My name is Purpose, And even tonight when I was fixing her something to eat, she said she's able to articulate more. It's like he's added more understanding to the understanding she's already had. She said, Mommy, I want more. Or I put her on her night clothes for the night after she had bathed. And she said, Mommy, I don't like this. This too small. But just her being able to articulate what she wants is just such a blessing. Such a blessing, because she went from not speaking, not eating. It would be days. Days when my daughter wouldn't eat, where she wouldn't call me mommy and she wouldn't say I love you. And now she's doing all of these things, and now even more since I came back from the Flourish Conference. And I look at her and I say, girl, you're a walking miracle. You're a walking miracle, I don't mean to cry so much, but God is so good. He's so good. The security He's given me in Him and in my heart. I used to not see my heart because I thought the enemy would lie to me and say, me seeing my heart is pride. But no, I have to be able to see my heart, to see God and be confident in what God can do through me. So I even see my heart. I see my heart. I see God. And that was one of my prayers. I said, Jesus, I want to meet you in a new way. I want to meet my best friend in a new way. And He's done it. He's done it. And I'm just so excited to see what else He has in store, because He's been revealing so much to me. My relationship with Him is just, oh my goodness, it's just at a new level. Even in my marriage, I just sense like more peace and more unity, and in my home, and just more confidence in Jesus and in my heart. And now when I think of the promises of God, I don't feel fear. I after all He's done in my life, I'm like, nothing is impossible with Jesus. Nothing is impossible with Jesus. When you are surrendered, when you are in the will of God, nothing can stop the will of God for your life. No devil, no enemy, no attack, nothing. So I'm just so excited to see what God has in store for His army and for me. And I'm just so thankful for my covering. I'm so thankful for my spiritual mother. And I'm also so thankful for her spiritual father, my spiritual mother, Apostle Catherine Crick's spiritual father, Prophet George Davy. I'm just so thankful for their obedience. Praise God. I love y'all. Bye.